Now, with the 2023 Tamashii Nations event being concluded and just a little over a week to ponder everything that the event has to offer, was it good? Do we really need this event? Well, in this video, guys, we're gonna discuss that very question. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Snook, and that is right, in this video, we're gonna take a look back into the past of the 2023 Tamashii Nations event and give my grade on what they had to offer at the event and was this worth it. So stick around to the end because we will give a letter grade for this event and really discuss, is this something that we really needed going forward? Well guys, with the event being held on November 17th, 2023, I thought that everything that was going to be announced was going to be at the event. And unfortunately, that was not the case because the previous Monday, every day they started announcing something. Now there was a lot to take in coming up to the event, with every day there being an announcement over on their Instagram. Now in my opinion, I believe this really sucked the air out of the room when it came to the event itself. I really thought they stole their own thunder by announcing everything throughout the week, rather than holding all that close to the chest and announcing it on the actual day of the event. Now, there were a lot of exclusives from lines you know before, like Dragon Ball, Naruto, all of those, but there were a lot of new series announced, and then we're gonna take a brief overview of everything that was announced. Now, the first one is a brand new anime that I have not watched. Season 1 is airing right now, and it's gonna be, how do you pronounce this? Fernan? Beyond Journey's End. There were two characters announced for this series. This is the first one. This is Fernan. This is the main character of the show. And there was another one that will flip over here, and this is Fern. I don't know much about the show, so correct me down in the comments below if you're excited for this series. Now, I like the fact that Tamashii is spreading their wings and going into new animes or older animes in the past to bring those excitement levels up for a lot of collectors to finally get a figure of a favorite character or a new favorite character. My only concern when it comes to this is that Tamashii is starting to branch out a little too thin, and what's happening, and we've seen this in the One Piece line and of course the Berserk line. If you haven't been around, there has been nothing but disaster when it comes to QC issues, and I feel like Tamashii is still branching out without going back and really tackling a lot of those QC issues. This is my main concern, and I hope that Tamashii is really taking this into account and taking it serious, because these things are not cheap, and they're $50 to $100 almost every single time, because the $35 figures are going to be reserved for those bigger animes like Dragon Ball or Naruto or One Piece. They're not going to dive in when they do more niche animes like this, because unfortunately I don't think it will sell as well, but I'm happy to see the new edition. Now, probably the biggest news of the weekend was going to be this one, guys. And if you're part of my community, I'm sure this probably took the cake for you, and it is going to be Teen Gohan. Now, I've already done a breakdown on this figure, talking about everything he comes with, how much he is, where you can get him, all that information. I'll leave a card up in one of these corners here. That way you can take a look at my complete thoughts of this figure. I'm just going to give you a little bit of spoiler. I'm pretty hyped. Now, the next one I think a lot of people are going to be excited for is going to be Kid from One Piece. And I believe this is so because the entire hype around One Piece is going out of control. Almost everybody, even your grandma, probably has heard about One Piece by this point because the publicity it's got from the Netflix show, and also a lot of people taking that jump from Netflix to the anime. Now, there's only one thing about this figure that really bothers me, and it's not the aesthetic. I think the aesthetic looks fantastic. I think it looks right out of the anime from the Ogashima arc or Wano arc, but I feel like with the increased QC issues of this line, if they do not figure it out, it could suffer going forward because there's so many figures coming out for this line. Tamashii's really making a huge investment, and if it does not pay off because the QC issues persist, it's really going to kill this line, which is unfortunate because they are such beautiful figures. Now, the next figure is Detective Conan. This is pretty funny and pretty on par for Japan to make a Detective Conan figure. I think it's exactly like it looks in the anime. I'm not a big fan of Detective Conan, but I know it's huge in the East, and the fact that they're finally making something for other people outside of Dragon Ball collectors or anybody in the West, they're making this Detective Conan, which is really, really funny. Now, the one thing that we're going to cover mainly on this channel are SH Figuarts. There are a few series here and there, like the Figuarts Zeros and stuff that they did announce. I'm not really interested in that. I know the community I've built here on YouTube is more on the articulated side, so there is a ton of other figures that I won't cover in this video that if you want to check them out, check out their Instagram. I'll leave a link down in the description below. It's everything that was announced, just statues and everything else. Now, the next figure is going to be from the Naruto line, and there was huge kickback, me included. I thought this was ridiculous. They announced that a new Naruto is coming to the Tamashii store, and it's going to be a Tamashii store exclusive. And here it is, guys. This is what I have deemed dirty Naruto. I think this is ridiculous. The fact that there is a Tamashii Nation store exclusive. It's the Battle Scarred edition, which if you look head to toe, it doesn't look outside of his headbands with the scuff. There's no battle damage. So this is kind of cheap, a little dirty. I've kind of heard rumors that it's going to be around the $50 mark, which this is all this is the $35 figure, and you rolled around in dirt. I know there's a lot of divisive people out there on the internet and Reddit really hammering this figure, and I believe it deserves it. This to me feels like a money grab. If they wanted to do something of battle damage to the store, then they should have really went for it and gave us tatters and rips and holes inside his ninja outfit, but they didn't do that, and I really am disappointed, and I really believe that Tamashii deserves all criticism when it comes to this figure. So sticking with the Naruto theme, and I don't want to keep being negative, but here is the next thing. They showed off the Naruto 99 line, and the fact that they're showing these off proves to me that they're doing completely separate lines when it comes to Naruto. They're doing everything in the Naruto 99 and then all the standards. So everything up to this point that has been released is in the standard Naruto / Naruto Shippuden line that will follow the anime. And with the top 99 survey that came out, they are doing that completely separate line. So we're gonna get another Naruto, another Sakura, and the sad and biggest news of them all is they announced a Minato. The Minato is here, guys. It looks fantastic, but the fact that it's a Naruto 99 and not in the mainline Naruto figures, I think is really, really bad. I think the fact that they're splitting their focus between the 99 and the standard line is really going to get under a lot of collector skin, because this is not what I wanted. I wanted them to make all the villains, all the heroes inside of Naruto, base and Shippuden, but they are splitting our focus here. And the fact that if you're looking at this Minato, granted, don't get me wrong, I think it looks sick. Two things bother me. This right here, the 99 inside the Rasengan. The Rasengan itself looks really, really nice. It almost looks like it's impacting, but the fact that they put the 99 right there, and then right on his kunai, it actually says a Naruto 99. To me, those right there, I am not going to support this line. I'm sorry, Tamashii. I think they look really, really good, but give me this Minato, but not with all the 99 branding all over it. Now, taking a quick look at the Sakura and Naruto, if you haven't seen them, here is the Sakura. Looks really cute. Love the faceplate. I don't mind the new hands, but the axe is unnecessary. I know it's take place in the poster. You don't have to tell me, but I don't like it. I guess I just need to get off the topic of Naruto, but gladly there's so much more that Tamashii announced that really got me excited. And one of those figures that got me excited is this one right here, guys. It is a Makima from Chainsaw Man. I really like this anime, and I think this character is really cool. I know it seemed to like a lot of people didn't like this character. They're more on power, but I like both. I think this character looks really neat, and the fact that we're getting soft goods. If you saw my Gohan review, you saw that they're bringing soft goods to the Dragon Ball Z line, but they're also bringing it to the Chainsaw Man with her jacket being soft goods. I think this is a really neat avenue that Tamashii definitely needs to explore if they want to be competitors to other lines in the 1/12 scale like Buzzmod. But the fact that we're getting Makima added to the SH Figuarts line, and that jacket looks great. If you don't like the jacket, you probably just take it off and she will look perfect for your Chainsaw Man collection. Now, Tamashii is adding 2 more figures to a line they just recently announced, and that is Kaiju number 8. They're adding this male character to the line and also the female. I'm not sure on the dynamic of these characters since I've never read the manga and there's not an anime adaptation out there that I was able to try. So if you know a lot about Kaiju number 8 and you're excited for this anime coming to SH Figuarts, leave a comment down below because I'm really interested in your guys' take if you're interested in Kaiju number 8 coming to SH Figuarts, and really if it's something I really should give a shot and reading the manga. Now, I know nothing about this series, but they are adding more awesome Kamen Rider figures to the collections. So if you're interested in Kamen Rider, here's a couple on screen that they announced over at the event. I think these look fantastic. They almost look like cooler versions of Power Rangers, what I grew up with in the 90s, and I really love the aesthetic. I think these are bright, vibrant, and always look awesome. Now, with the excitement of Yu-Gi-Oh! And Blue Eyes White Dragon coming to the SH Monster Arts line, they announced a brand new monster coming to that exact same line from Yu-Gi-Oh! And that is Red Eyes Black Dragon. I know nothing about Yu-Gi-Oh! So definitely school me down in the comments, but this guy just aesthetically looks awesome. Are you excited for this one? Are you getting that Blue Eyes White Dragon? Let me know down in the comments. Now, Tamashii continues to spread their branches into brand new animes and bringing them into the 1/12 scale SH Figuarts line, and
Shangri-La
Frontier is the next brand new anime. This guy right here looks great. Know nothing about the anime, and let me know if you're excited for
Shangri-La
and this character being added to the SH Figuarts line. Not sure the character's name, but let me know down in the comments below, is this a show that you're watching right now? Now, probably the most excited I am for the SH Figuarts line in this event is when they showed off the Gundam Seed stuff. Now, I'm not a big Gundam Seed fan, but the fact that they're going into Gundam and making the pilots really gives me huge hope that they'll go and do all my favorite pilots from Gundam Wing, like Hiro, Duo, Troa, Wu-Fei, all of them. I'm excited for the possibilities that this is going to bring. Personally, Gundam Seed, not my bag, but I really love the possibilities and the doors that these can open to other Gundam pilots. And Tamashii keeps bringing animes that are brand new in their characters, like Andy from Undead Unluck. This looks really cool, kind of basic for me, but I know nothing about the show. Now, the next big series that Tamashii brought out, and I believe was affected by us by doing the survey that was a couple months ago, and that is Demon Slayer. They officially announced that Tanjiro and Nezuko are coming to the SH Figuarts line, and they've adopted Demon Slayer. I think this is really neat and gives a lot of Demon Slayer another option. Now, there is an abundance amount of choices when it comes to Demon Slayer. Not only is SH Figuarts joining the battle, but you got Buzzmod and you've got Figma doing those figures as well. Now, taking a look at the SH Figuarts, I'm going to be a little critical on the Tanjiro and Nezuko for two reasons. The fact that they keep showing soft goods are being introduced, like in the Makima and the Son Gohan, that the fact that they did not do the cloak of Tanjiro in a soft good is kind of disappointing. The other point I'm going to bring out, just like Figma, when they make their deluxe packs, they have the effects pieces. These are barren. Now, these are just on display, so there could be subject to change when it comes to Tanjiro and also Nezuko, but the likelihood of them not coming with effects pieces is fairly high, and I expect these things around the $75 mark, so they're not going to be cheap. They're not going to come with soft goods or effects pieces. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy the anime as much as the next guy. The problem is I believe there is no competitive advantage to get the SH Figuarts comparatively to Buzzmod, which has the soft goods, or even Figma that comes with all the effects pieces in the deluxe packs. Now, we're only going to cover one more release here on the channel. Now, there's so much more that they announced, but if you are curious on my take on anything announced by Tamashii at this event, you can always join us right here on the channel by hitting that subscribe button and adding this channel to your collection, because right here on YouTube, we collect together and we go live right here on YouTube. So you can always pop into a live stream and communicate one-on-one with me and ask my opinion. Now, the last series I want to talk about is Berserk. They showed off two different figures that are potentially coming to SH Figuarts, and I don't know the names of these guys. I think it's Gorn or Gurn or Goon, I'm not sure, but he looks really, really cool. I have heard from friends of mine that watch or have read the manga of Berserk. This guy is very impactful in Guts' life, so the fact that he's getting a little bit of love to the SH Figuarts line, and of course this girl in purple, I have been told the name probably 15 times, cannot remember. I just know she's a companion of Guts. This is kind of cool. I really like the fact that they keep going with Berserk, because I know Berserk is very well loved. But again, Tamashii QC issues. You're killing yourself by spreading yourself too thin and making really cool characters and doing them a disservice by making crappy parts or crappy articulation or just sloppy work in general. So we need to clean that up because a lot of people that love Berserk deserve the best possible effort that you can give them. But I really hope outside of the guts that these things get better and better with time. And I really believe that Berserk fans deserve the best possible job that you can do. Now, outside of all the releases, everything that we kind of talked about outside of the Berserk stuff was announced starting with Monday. So I do think with the event being on Friday and them kind of blowing all of their ammo in the earlier of the week, I really kind of thought that took the wind out of their sails and really have to knock them down. Now, I love all the announcements, all the new lines, all the additions to Dragon Ball and all of that stuff, but I really got to knock them down a peg because I really think everything that they announced when it comes to new lines or new figures to our existing lines, they really could have captured the figure community by storm by announcing everything within those 2 to 3 days of the actual event. The last thing that I want to talk about, which I think is a huge impact for the grade of this event, is going to be their live streams. They actually hosted live streams on their Instagram account covering all the series that they talked about or announced. They had a Dragon Ball one, Naruto one, and many, many more. Now, those are the only two that I watched, and we actually watched the Dragon Ball one right here live on YouTube the last time I streamed. We actually streamed on that Friday, and the event was happening, and it was just a perfect marriage to bring my audience live into my reactions of this live stream. Now, if you were there, you know how it went. I know what to kind of expect. You know, like the small things will surprise me, like, oh, this is getting a soft good, or the articulation has changed. But like, for somebody coming into this collecting thing and they're like, oh, you like Dragon Ball? Well, here's these figures. If they knew nothing other than like, these are figures, learn about the new figures, and you're brand new and you didn't have a community to connect with, that was a terrible job to sell those figures. It was not good. They kind of showed Goku. They pointed at the TV. It was a bad angle. It was hard to see. They really weren't discussing anything upcoming. They kind of hinted that the brand new full-powered Goku is going to have a companion. A lot of people are speculating that 100% Frieza. Yes, we'll cover it on the channel if it is announced or something's coming by the end of the year. But the way they covered that and the hype surrounding the live stream, we thought they were going to talk more about the figure and talk about Gohan and talk about new releases, but that's exactly what they kind of didn't do. They talked about Goku more and pointing at the TV behind him than they were messing around with the Goku that was sitting right on the box. I really thought this was an effort when it comes to live streaming on Tamashii. They definitely got it horrible. We couldn't see anything. I feel really bad for the translator because he definitely was shots fired. He was definitely overwhelmed, and I feel really, really bad for him. However, I thought this was really a lackluster and really hurts the grade for Tamashii. Now let's go ahead and talk about the conclusions and my final thoughts of Tamashii Nation's 2023 event. Now, starting off, I think they definitely undercut themselves and screwed themselves over by announcing everything early. If they would have kept that stuff in and announced them during their live streams or at the event by content creators coming in or press coming in and taking good pictures and sharing those out, but I feel like they definitely had a missed opportunity there. They could host awards for best anticipated figure or stuff like that and really hold those announcements to really get a lot of people, all those types of people, to monopolize that weekend for 1/12 scale articulated figures, especially in the anime field. And I really thought the live streams of them, because of that, really lacked, and I felt like they were useless. I thought a lot of people in my live stream at the time when we were watching the Dragon Ball 1 live, they were really underwhelmed, and I definitely thought it was shortcomings on Tamashii's end, especially with the quality of the stream. We kind of seemed like an afterthought off to the side. We were kind of fly on the wall. We weren't supposed to be there, and I really think that suffered from a lot of what was going on. Now, with all those things being said, yes, I'm excited for a lot of figures. I just kind of was underwhelmed by the whole event just because the way they handled their marketing, and I'm going to give it a grade of a C. I just really thought it was going to be super exciting, and it definitely wasn't. Let me know down in the comments below, is that too harsh? What is your grade? I'm kind of curious, and thank you guys so much for watching. I have been Snook, and I'll see you in the next one.